Hey guys, welcome to Quiz Laugh. Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Get ready to answer 15 questions for a chance to win the grand prize of $1,000. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Hollywood Movies Edition. You have only one lifeline, the right to answer incorrectly once and still continue. But you won't earn any money for that question. The two safe levels are $1,000 and $32,000. You will have 10 seconds for questions 1 to 5, 15 seconds for questions 6 to 10, and 20 seconds for questions 11 to 15. Are you ready? Let's begin. $100 question. Which film features the quote, "I'm the king of the world"? A. The Lion King. B. Titanic. C. The Godfather. D. Braveheart. Correct. That unforgettable line, "I'm the king of the world," was shouted by Leonardo DiCaprio's character, Jack Dawson, in Titanic, 1997. Directed by James Cameron, of course. You've earned $100. $200 question. Which actor played Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? A. Chris Evans. B. Chris Hemsworth. C. Robert Downey Jr. D. Mark Ruffalo. Correct. Robert Downey Jr. brought Tony Stark, Iron Man, to life in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, starting with Iron Man 2008, the film that launched the entire MCU. Iconic casting. You now have $200. $300 question. Which movie won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1994 and features the line, "Life is like a box of chocolates"? A. Pulp Fiction. B. The Shawshank Redemption. C. Forrest Gump. D. Braveheart. Correct. "Life is like a box of chocolates" is one of the most iconic lines from Forrest Gump, which also won Best Picture at the 1995 Oscars for films released in 1994. Tom Hanks at his finest. You now have $300. $500 question. Who directed the epic film trilogy, The Lord of the Rings? A. Steven Spielberg. B. Peter Jackson. C. George Lucas. D. Christopher Nolan. Correct. Peter Jackson masterfully directed the Lord of the Rings trilogy, bringing J.R.R. Tolkien's world to the big screen in an epic fantasy achievement that earned multiple Oscars, including Best Picture for The Return of the King. You now have $500. Next up is your $1,000 safety net question. $1,000 question. Which actress played Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games series? A. Emma Watson. B. Jennifer Lawrence. C. Scarlett Johansson. D. Kristen Stewart. Correct. Jennifer Lawrence portrayed Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games series, a role that skyrocketed her to superstardom and made her a household name. Congratulations! You've reached your first safety net at $1,000. No matter what happens from here, you leave with at least that much. $2,000 question. Which of these films was directed by Christopher Nolan? A. Inception. B. Avatar. C. Titanic. D. Gladiator. Correct. Christopher Nolan directed Inception, 2010, a mind-bending sci-fi thriller that explores dreams within dreams and left audiences questioning reality. You now have $2,000. $4,000 question. Which actor famously yelled, "You can't handle the truth" in A Few Good Men, 1992? A. Al Pacino, B. Jack Nicholson, C. Tom Cruise, D. Robert De Niro. Correct. Jack Nicholson delivered the legendary line, "You can't handle the truth," in A Few Good Men, one of the most iconic courtroom scenes in Hollywood history. You've now earned $4,000. You're moving up fast. $8,000 question. In which movie does Tom Hanks play a man stranded on an uninhabited island who befriends a volleyball? A. The Terminal, B. Captain Phillips, C. Cast Away, D. Sully. Correct. In Cast Away, 2000, Tom Hanks plays a FedEx employee stranded on a deserted island and forms an unforgettable bond with a volleyball named Wilson. You now have $8,000. $16,000 question. Which 2015 film was a reboot of the Mad Max franchise and won 6 Academy Awards? A. Mad Max, Road Rage, B. Mad Max, Fury Road, C. Mad Max, Warzone, D. Mad Max, Beyond the Sand. Correct. Mad Max. Fury Road, 2015, was the explosive reboot of the franchise, and it absolutely crushed at the Oscars with 6 wins, including Best Editing and Best Costume Design. Directed by George Miller, it starred Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. You've now earned $16,000. $32,000 question, second safety net. Which film holds the record for the highest worldwide box office gross, not adjusted for inflation, as of 2025? A. Avengers Endgame, B. Avatar, C. Titanic, D. Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Correct. As of 2025, James Cameron's Avatar once again holds the title for highest-grossing film of all time worldwide, not adjusted for inflation, thanks to re-releases and its massive international appeal. You've officially reached the $32,000 safety net. No matter what happens next, you're walking away with at least that much. $64,000 question. Which film famously lost Best Picture to Shakespeare in Love at the 1999 Oscars in one of the most controversial upsets? A. Saving Private Ryan, B. The Thin Red Line, C. The Truman Show, D. American History X. Correct. At the 1999 Oscars, Saving Private Ryan, widely considered a frontrunner and a cinematic masterpiece, was shocked by the upset victory of Shakespeare in Love for Best Picture. It remains one of the most debated Oscar moments in history. You've now reached $64,000, $125,000 question. Which actor played both Magneto in the X-Men prequel films and a young Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings? A. Ian McKellen, B. Michael Fassbender, C. Patrick Stewart, D. Trick question. It was 2 different actors. Correct. D is absolutely right. It was two different actors. Ian McKellen played Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings. Michael Fassbender played young Magneto in the X-Men prequel's Nice Catch. This was a trick question, and you nailed it. You now have $125,000. $250,000 question. Which movie features a computer program called Skynet that becomes self-aware and triggers a nuclear war? A. The Matrix. B. I. Robot. C. Minority Report. D. Terminator 2. Judgment Day. Absolutely correct. Skynet is the self-aware AI system from Terminator 2, Judgment Day, that triggers a nuclear apocalypse after deciding humans are a threat to its existence. A defining piece of sci-fi history and one of James Cameron's greatest films. You now have $250,000. You're 2 questions away from becoming a Hollywood millionaire. $500,000 question. Which film holds the record for most Oscar wins in history, tied with 2 others at 11 awards? A. Ben-Hur, B. Titanic, C. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, D. All of the above. Correct. D. All of the above is right. 3 legendary films are tied for the most Academy Award wins in history, with 11 Oscars each. Ben-Hur, 1959, Titanic, 1997, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. Each swept the Oscars in their respective years, and Return of the King notably won every category it was nominated for. You're now at a stunning $500,000. $1,000 question. Which Hollywood screenwriter and director is credited with creating the 3-act structure model that dominates modern screenwriting, especially in blockbuster storytelling? A. Aaron Sorkin, B. Sid Field, C. Quentin Tarantino, D. Blake Snyder. Final answer. Correct. Sid Field is widely credited with formalizing and popularizing the 3-act structure in modern Hollywood screenwriting. His book, Screenplay: The Foundations of Screenwriting, became the Bible for aspiring writers, and his framework is still used today in everything from blockbusters to indie films. Congratulations! You just became a $1,000 winner on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Hollywood Movies Edition. You know your actors, quotes, Oscars, directors, and screenwriting structure. That's next-level film buff status. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.